don't want
Yeah.
to sound like a stalker, but I
No.
know
Yeah, and you were at
the way on
in that
TV and
previous life of ours, you were one of the warmest, kindest people there. I could just, you're a caring person. I could see that with
well,
all the clients you had and everything. It was great. So,
I appreciate that. And,
yeah.
I actually am friendly, not so much recently, but with Larry at WGN. So I've seen you on his show, Potash in the morning.
Okay, so does he live in your
He
neighborhood
lives
or?
further up north. He lives up in Lake Forest.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But when he came to Chicago, I would drive him around town because I was a production assistant at WGN, and
Oh, I
one of
didn't
my
know.
jobs was to drive the talent
Right.
around town, and so
Okay. Well, I've been on there. I think this was my 53rd or 54th appearance on that show. They
yeah,
keep having me back, which is phenomenal. And Larry he's not easy to fool or to impress
right.
in the realm that I'm in. There've been a lot of people who've gone on and he's kind of figured it all out. But each time I go on, I just keep stumping him more and more. He wants to kill me. He just wants to kill me, I think.
I know, I know. Yeah, he tries to, he keeps it straight laced for the most part, but then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. But
he does.
so where is your beautiful apartment? Where are you living? Where is that?
Well, I live in a condo in Roscoe Village, the Pencil Factory Lofts,
Oh, nice.
1800 Roscoe. So yeah.
Did you rent?
So,
That's a nice. Did you find that when you were working at the apartment people, or you knew
no,
about it?
no, no. I had already bought it like 4 or 5 years before that. I own it, so it's
Oh, so
yeah.
you've been there for a while. No, I
Been there
like
for a
the
long
setup
time.
there.
My intention was to be here 7, 8 years and move on, but I've just stayed here. So
Yeah.
it's a good location.
How's your mom doing at Brookdale?
She's doing well. She had COVID, so she was out of Brookdale for about 2.5 months, and she got all recovered. She just went back there a week ago, and she's doing great. So
Oh, good.
it's
Good.
amazing. She's like back to total 100% normal.
Yeah,
So,
I invited actually my colleague from there. I don't know if you've met is it Lori or Lonnie, gentleman, Immergluck?
now I know Ryan Springer.
I don't know who that is.
He's like their director or whatever, social director. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll either have 15 people or we might have 50 people. We'll somewhere in the
Well,
middle.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
But I shared it on social media. Barbara Rosenberg's like a huge fan of yours, and
Yeah. And these people are all from different facilities, right?
they're all, for the most part, in the senior living space. They may work as a consultant, they may work in a community, but they're all have some senior living DNA.
Right.
Like this gal here.
Barbara is considered a consultant, right? Is that what she is?
What's that?
Is Barbara considered a consultant?
Yeah, she's a consultant.
Right. Okay.
As is this gal joining us, Susan.
All right.
Susan Heyman, say hi to Sydney.
How you doing?
Hi, Sydney.
Susan,
Nice
have
to
you
meet you,
seen
Susan.
Sydney before?
No,
Okay, welcome. There you go.
thank you.
It's a good friend, and we're looking forward to him. So Sydney, as an example, so Susan is a consultant. She'll help families navigate the options in finding a community or finding home care. That's what Susan does.
Okay.
I'm just explaining, Susan, to Sydney a little bit, the backgrounds of the folks that will be joining us today. So since you jumped on early, I introduced you. And make sure,
thank you.
and I hope you have a pad of paper there, a notebook. There you go.
Hey,
See,
did you like
I
to
did
take
send out those instructions you sent me.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of people coming?
We'll see. The Zoom at noon will, as I was telling Sid, and Sydney, can I refer to you as Sid, or do you prefer Sydney? I want to be clear on that.
Either way, Sydney. Let's go with Sydney today.
Sydney, okay. Usually with the original intent of Zoom at noon was just to have 8, 10, 12 colleagues around the Zoom table chatting, and that was the main idea behind it. And then all of a sudden it evolved a little bit and we had 15, 20 people.
Yeah.
But the point is, for everyone to share, and without this turning into a 3-hour Zoom, the idea was everyone could share a little bit about what's going on in their space. So that was how the Zoom was born. And yeah.
Evolved.
Is Lori going to be joining us?
I asked her, do you want me to text her right now
Yeah,
and
text her.
request her presence?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Where are you, Sydney? Are you in LA?
I'm in Amsterdam. It's the middle of the night here. No, I'm kidding. I'm in Chicago, in the city.
I would believe.
I'm gonna step away for 1 second.
Where are you at? What?
I'm in River Woods.
Okay. All right.
Are you really a mentalist? You can predict the future?
I am.
Really?
Can't predict the entire future. I wish I could, but parts of it. Little parts.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn them off. Hold on.
There's Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hello there, Jeffrey.
Jack, it looks like you just came from your favorite barber. Looking good.
Nope. No.
Oh.
I haven't done it for a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Looking good.
Thank you, thank you.
Jack Orlov, I'd like you to meet Sydney Friedman. Sydney, Jack.
Hello,
you
Sydney.
doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
You too.
So Sydney, Jack, real quick, Jack is a dear colleague to many of us in the senior living world. Just always a good resource and a trusted advisor in some situations. So, so we welcome Jack to the program.
Nice.
Just giving Sydney a little flavor, Jack, of the folks that are, be joining us. So, I'm not sure. Maybe you've seen him on TV before, Jack. Are you? Can't hear.
My phone was going off, so it was making too much noise.
Okay.
Name sounds familiar, looks familiar, but like always, when you have 4,000 people you're following or seeing, it's tough.
Right. No, absolutely. Don Hall. Don Hall. Hi, Don. Now,
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, nice to see you.
How are you?
Welcome to the Zoom at noon. Special edition.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
I'm not sure, Don, if you've met Jack, Don. Jack, a little info on Don. Don is new to the space.
I think I met Jack at Belmont.
And we met at one of these things.
Yeah, we think we met down at Belmont at Halloween, I think it was.
Oh yeah. Out in the parking lot,
Out in the parking lot, right.
Buffalo
Right.
Grove.
Exactly.
That sounds very suspicious, meeting in the parking lot, but
Yeah, it's a very suspicious group.
And it was, yes.
Yeah.
That's why it was
hopefully,
actually
hopefully
fun to
there were
see
no
him.
security cameras present.
There was a cop out there.
Okay.
I'm afraid it was all recorded.
The cop was in on it too.
Yes, he was. He was there to get his donuts.
So let's see here. Who's in the waiting room? Jessica joining us. Julie's joining us. Julia. Here we go.
Jessica.
We're rolling now. There's Jess and Jody and Arlene. Oh, Arlene Schiff, a late invite. Arlene made it. Jack, I know you know Arlene.
For about 40 years or so.
Arlene, you recognize this guy here over here is Jack? Hi, Jody.
The guy that the only thing dark on his face is his glasses?
Didn't quite get to make the vacation to get the rest of my face dark.
Arlene, I had noticed that the invite to you did not go out, so it wasn't a last minute invite at all. I'm sorry you got stuck in my Outlook there. But I'm glad you're with us. Welcome.
No offense taken. I'm glad to be included. Thank you.
I think, Sydney, have you officially taken over here
I'm just testing a few things here. That's
Okay.
all.
Maestro Sydney is going to be my co-pilot today, so this should be fun. I just want to make sure I can let folks still in. Or
Oh, yeah. Now you have the same meeting controls as I have.
okay, cool. Cool. Oh, Sherry's joining us today. Sherry, hi, Sherry.
Hi, I'm unmuting.
Yes, unmute.
You shared your Zoom with me. Now mine says Jeff.
Oh, there you go. Well, we share the same hallway here at Arborea, Sherry.
I'm renaming myself.
Okay. That's totally
Okay,
cool.
Cher.
And
Oh, is that my
Sheila,
mom on? Is that my mom on here?
is your mom here?
Me.
There she is.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Cher. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you for joining. This is a real honor here. Wow. They have Sherry's mom in the house on the Zoom. This is
Uh-oh, this is big time, right?
big time. Yeah. Well, hi, Julia. Nice to see you.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Zoom.
Yay, I'm excited.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to everybody.
And you're checking in from Iowa.
From the blizzard we had last night, yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you'll get back to your shoveling duties in a minute.
I have this really awesome neighbor named George,
Yeah,
and he just goes around with a snowblower, and he loves being out there.
love it.
I owe him some margaritas, I guess.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good to see you.
Mhm. You too.
We're just going to give a few more minutes. Good to see everybody on this special Eve of Eve, New Year's Eve. Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, good to see you. You know, it's going to be a little different New Year's Eve for all of us, so I thought we would, get us all going a little bit with a pre-party here, Zoom style, and a good friend and colleague, Sydney, who many of us may recognize, is going to be joining us here. And Sid, I'm just going to give it another minute or two, if that's okay
That's
with
fine,
you.
yeah.
I know your schedule is tight and respect your time.
Yeah, no. Give it a
but I
couple
wanna-
minutes.
Oh, Robin is here. Hello, Robin. Sometimes the Zoom at noon is a little bit of a mystery. There's Robin. Robin Pisak. Hello, Robin. Happy holidays. Nice to see you. And Carrie's joining us. Carrie knows where Arborea Long Grove is. I don't have to tell her, right, Carrie? Those of you that understand that little inside joke. And Sam Braden, our good friend. We're all good friends. Hi, Jody. If I didn't say hello, if I'm missing someone, I didn't say hello. Jessica, Jody. Oh, Michelle Bernstein. Okay. Michelle Bernstein. It's hammer time. We can't get hammered, though, on this New Year's Eve party, so we have to keep that to a low. Right, Sherry? Just water in our cups at Arborea, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
You're not old enough to drink.
Welcome, everyone. Sydney, when you are ready to, you good? We're ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, again, welcome everyone to a special edition of Zoom at noon. For those of you that have been with us before, it's great to see you back. And for those of you Zooming with us for the first time, it's great to have you with us. This is an ongoing weekly shop talk for senior living folks, and it's great to share ideas and stay in touch during this time that we've been in. And the Zoom has proven to be a good, fun way to stay in touch as folks keep knocking on the door. But to kind of help kick off 2021 and get it going in the right spirit, the right vibe, I invited a good friend and colleague, Sydney Friedman. I have to put my glasses on. The teleprompter went down. To ring in the new year with something fun and amazing, we have a special guest with us, a good friend and a colleague from a previous life. We could talk about that on another Zoom. Sydney Friedman. As you may know, Sydney has been on numerous TV programs, including The View, The Today Show, 2020, and more than just a few times on WGN, or as we say in Chicago, Channel 9. Sydney's also the author of a national best-selling book, Your Mind Knows More Than You Do, which a few years ago reached #1 on Amazon. Great job, Sydney. But right now, today, Sydney is joining us on the Zoom at noon, and without any further ado, welcome Sydney to the Zoom crew.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. To do this successfully, what I'm about to do, I'm going to ask all of you to go to speaker view rather than gallery view. And if you're new to Zoom, that's usually up in the upper right corner or the upper left corner of your screen. It says view. And if you click it, you have two options of either speaker view or gallery view, but we want speaker view, and then you'll be able to see me bigger screen. And if you do that, we'll have a much better time with this. I'm just going to spend maybe 15, 20 minutes with you guys, and we're going to do some amazing things you may have never seen before, you may have heard about, you just haven't quite seen them before, live and in person. And I don't really know any of you here, so this, there's no pre-arrangement with anybody. We haven't had any setups. I just said a few hellos to some people as they joined the meeting, but nothing else. Let's just take, for instance, let's take Don Hull and Sherry Getlin. How you guys doing?
Hey,
you can unmute yourselves.
How about you?
Hi, Don. And Sherry, are you unmuted? Why don't you unmute? You're still muted there, Sherry. Sherry, unmute if you could.
Sherry?
I'm trying.
There you go. Beautiful. Thank you. How you doing today? Good. So this is what's going to happen. I have your future right inside this sealed card right here. Your entire, well, not your entire future, just what will happen in the next minute or two. And I'm going to call on Don first, and then I'm going to call on Sherry. But first, I want both of you to look directly in my eyes. Both Don and Sherry, just look here. And everybody else, just watch and just take a look. Watch what we're doing here. And just look directly here in my eyes. Both of you, Don and Sherry. Good. And I'm going to ask you each a question. Let me just do this first. I'm going to write something down here. Okay. That away. And I'm going to hold this right here. So I'm going to ask you, Don, first, and then Sherry second. Don, call out any number from 1 to 100. Just shout out a random number from 1 to 100.
4.
Number 4. And then Sherry, give me a different number between 1 and 100. Any number.
49.
49. Okay. The number that I wrote down was actually a 48. Take a look. It's number 48. You can see that right here. 48, correct? Very clearly.
Fair enough.
Who was closest?
Jerry.
Me.
Sherry, because Don had said 4, Sherry, and you were the second person I called on, Sherry, right? I'm going to open this up and take a look what it says inside. It says, I predict the second person will be closest to the target number. They'll be off by exactly 1.
Well, there you go.
Applause is not mandatory, but is appreciated. So this is the kind of, well, if you, and by the way, if you don't applaud, I'll applaud for you.
Hey, the Peanuts gang.
There you go.
So, and I know most people, it's probably good to stay muted, but if you want to applaud and just show your appreciation, quickly unmute yourself and do that. We're just going to try all kinds of different kinds of things here. Let's go to maybe, let's just try maybe, how about Cassandra? Cassandra, unmute yourself if you would, please.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
All right. Nice to meet you. I'm Sydney Friedman.
Nice to meet
What
you.
I'm doing here is not like magic tricks. This is more of a mental thing. And I used to do this in person at live events where we're all in the same room, and that was difficult enough. But here I'm doing this from miles away. What I want you to do, by any chance, do you have a book with you?
I have a notepad, but not a book.
Okay, a notepad. All right, well, that's all right. This is what I want you to do. I want you to think of a country in Europe. Any country in Europe. Not Eastern Europe, because those are tricky to spell, but any country in Western Europe or Scandinavia, any one of those. Have it in mind. You got one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And what I want you to do now is to very deliberately in your mind, spell it several times over and over again, letter for letter for letter. Spell the name of the country in your mind.
Okay.
Keep doing it. Do it a few times. I'm here to make the impossible possible, the unattainable attainable, the inconceivable conceivable. And that's what you folks do in the senior living space. You do this for many people. It's a very difficult transition from their previous living situation into their senior living situation for many of them. And then once they get there, as we know, they go, oh, wow, this is pretty good. And you help make it so, all of you folks. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to make the impossible possible just as you folks do. All right. So what I want you to do right now, Cassandra, you just spelled it out. The first letter and just tell me if I'm right. The first letter I got from you was a letter. One of the letters was a letter A. Is that right? Does it have a letter A in it?
Yes.
Yes. And I also got a letter N. Does it have a letter N?
No.
Well, I'm sorry. There's a line going down like this. So it's like an L, actually. There was an L in it, right?
Yes.
And then I got a T, right? A letter T.
Yeah.
And then also, there's another vowel, I, letter I, right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting then there's a Y at the very end of it. So I'm getting Italy. Is it Italy?
Yeah.
Yes. So as you can see, this is not the kind of thing that's sleight of hand. This is more of a mental thing. Some people call it psychic. Some people call it ESP, extrasensory perception. Some people call it something intuitive. Some people do not believe in this at all. And if you don't, I don't care. As long as you have fun with it, because this is just for inspiration purposes. But there's no doubt that we all have these intuitions. You folks are all people. You work with other people. You're a people people. You're a people person, each of you. And and many of it is through communication, but you also have hunches and intuitions about people just from your experience, and our minds pick up on things. We sense things, and I just do it to a little higher degree. But as you know, everything is about decisions. And by the way, Cassandra, we didn't have any conversation before, did we? Unmute yourself for a second. Did we have any prearrangement on that at all?
No.
None. So this is just totally out of the blue. Let's take a couple. Let's take, how about, let's find, I'm just going to search through here and just find anybody here. Let's see. How about Jack? Jack Orloff. If you would unmute yourself for a moment, that'd be great. Hello.
I'm here.
Good. Good to see you. And we said hello earlier, but I didn't have any conversation with you other than that, right? We just,
Nope.
that was it. As you know, and as everyone here knows, life is all about decisions. And this year we've had a lot of challenging decisions, and decisions we never thought we'd have to make in our lifetimes for our work and for our personal lives. And it's craziness, as you know, but our success all depends on decisions. We have all kinds of decisions to make. And obviously we're at the precipice of a new year. So to make a new year successful, we have to make the right decisions in that year. So right now, Jack, I'm going to count on you to hopefully make some great decisions. As you can see on this table here, I have the numbers. Here's number 1 right over here. And I've got a 2 and a 3, 4, all the way up to number 8 right there. And so there are 8 positions, and I have 9 of these little cards here with a message on the other side of these 9 cards. And it's going to be your decision as to where to place each one of these. But since there's 9, it means there's 1 extra. So each time I ask you where to place one, you will also have the chance to discard it, and we won't use it. So one of these, we were just going to completely discard. So Jack, for this first one, and it's totally your choice, would you like me to place it at, I can give you a choice of 1, 4, or 5. Where would you like me to place it? 1, 4, or 5?
It's the first one, right?
Yeah, but
So number 1.
you want it number 1. Okay. All right. And then this one, you get a choice of either 4, 6, or 7.
4.
Okay. And remember, these are all mixed up here, so they may not all just be in order. And again, you can discard any one of them. This one you get either 2, 7, or 8. 2, 7, or 8. Or
Let's
discard.
do 7.
Number 7.
Lucky number 7.
Very good. And this one you can get 2, 5, or 6, or discard it.
2.
Number 2, okay. Let's see what we have here. 3, 5, or 6, or discard it.
Let's go 3 and solid.
3, okay. And then this one you can 5, 6, or 8, or discard it.
We'll discard it.
Okay, we'll put it right over there then. And then this one here, you can go 5, 6, or 8 on this one too.
We'll go 8.
All right, all the way at the end over there, number 8. Hopefully, can we even see that on camera? I hope we can. Leave it right over there. Okay, good. And then, and this one either 5 or 6.
5.
5, very good. And this one obviously can go at 6. If you want, I'll switch this discarded one with any one of the other ones if you want, or we can keep it as it is. I just thought I'd give you
All
that.
good. They're all good.
They're all good. Well, I'm glad you said
Yep.
that. I'm glad you did. And remember, you could have put these anywhere.
Mhm.
Way over here on number 8 over here, I'm going to show you what's over here. That's the letter R right here, letter R, okay? And I'm going to put that right over there. And over here, this is a letter A right over there. The very first one over here, it says the word happy, okay? And then this one over here is an N, and this is an E, and this is a W, and this over here is a Y and an E. Happy New Year. The one you discarded happens to be blank. Happy New Year in the correct order.
Come on, let's go. Round of applause.
You didn't know I was that psychic.
So I also predict that Jack and everyone here will be making similar great decisions in 2021 coming ahead for all of you folks.
Let's hope so.
Thank you. So we'll do it. I'm going to do just a quick other thing here. Let's just see. I'm going to just go, let's see. Alan Croft doesn't want to be seen, and neither does Scott. They have their cameras off. Ooh. How about Carly Kincaid? Hello, Carly.
Hello.
How you doing? Can you take your, can we see you? Is that possible, or are you still in your pajamas? I don't want to embarrass.
It is possible, yes. 1 second, let me figure it out.
All right.
I have 2 large dogs at home, so I'm wrangling them right now.
Oh, that's okay. What kind of dogs you have?
I have 1 chocolate lab and 1 Great Pyrenees.
Oh my gosh, I should have known that.
Carly's our good colleague from One Day, the folks that bring us the One Day app.
Oh, wow.
Carly, yes.
I'm repping today, so.
There you go.
Oh, there you are, Carly Kincaid. How you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
All right. Do you happen to have your cell phone with you, or?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to log on to a website for me, because you're going to choose a song for us. And this is the website, billboardtopsongs.com. BILLBOARD topsongs.com. You go to Safari or one of those in this.
All right.
When you get there, let me know.
I'm there.
You are? Okay, good. Fantastic. And as you see, there's all kinds of different songs there. Obviously, do you see like a whole list of different songs? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So here's what I want you to do. What I would like you to do is scroll. Let me think how we'll do this. Oh, do you see a whole list of songs there, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You do.
I do. Bunch of them.
All right. Give me one moment here. I just want to look at it too, just so we can kind of. If I can find it here. No, somehow it's not opening for me. I might have a bad connection there. We'll do it a different way, okay? We'll do it a little different way. Do you have a pad of paper with you?
I don't know.
Don't? Or any kind of paper? A pen? Any sheet of paper and a pen?
Let me go see.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, Sue Cassanda. Welcome. Erica. You folks still joining us again. Those of you joining us for the first time, welcome to our New Year's Eve Zoom at noon with friend and colleague Jack, Sydney Friedman, sorry. I saw a text from Jack and I said, Jack, sorry, Sydney.
You got it, Carly? Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's all you need to do. What I want you to do right at the top, write a number 94, okay? Big 94. Right at the top.
Got it.
Okay. And then underneath it, don't tell me what you're writing, but write any two-digit number between 30 and 90. Any two-digit number between 30 and 90 underneath it. So maybe you wrote 41, I don't know. And then what I want you to do is to put a line under it like that. And then add my two digits with your two digits, my number with your number, add them together. In my case, I would get this. Yours is going to be different, but okay.
Okay.
And you ended up with a three-digit number, correct?
Yes.
Don't tell me what it is, but I know the first digit's probably a 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So erase that. Scratch the 1 out, just the 1.
Okay.
And then scratch out my number, the 94. Scratch that out.
Okay.
So now you're left with a number that you put in here and another number over there, neither of which I could know, right?
Right.
So what I want you to do is to subtract this lower number here from this number up there.
Okay.
Subtract this lower one from that one. And don't tell me what the result is. Don't tell me what the result is at all, okay?
Okay.
You've got that number in mind, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's a list of the Billboard top songs right here. And these are from all over, from decades and decades and decades. Whatever song is next to your number, I want you to remember it, but don't tell me what the song is. And it may be on this sheet. It may not be, but I'm just going to show you that one first. Okay. And it may be on, or it might be on this one. Don't say anything, but just find the song that's right next to your number. This one has Sound of Silence and Ring of Fire and Ocean Eyes. And this one has everything from Bye 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 of NSYNC and Smooth of Santana. And this one over here is another, we got about 100 songs here. This has Chuck Berry and Outkast and so forth. Did you find your song?
I did.
You did, okay. Think of it in your mind. Is it a song you kind of know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ask you to sing though.
Okay, good.
Now he's gonna play it.
Hi folks, how you doing? So I'm going to try to get your song. Literally sense what your song is that you're from miles away. We're going to try to do this. That's not your song. I was just warming up. Here we go. It's more of a modern, well, not necessarily modern, but it's not old. Like it's not from the 60s or 70s. It might be from the 90s or the early 2000s. Is that kind of right? I'm getting that.
Yep.
So this is what I get. You are my fire, the one desire. Is it the Backstreet Boys?
It is.
I want it that way.
Yep.
When I say that I want it that way. Yeah.
A round of applause.
So anyway, this was a tremendous pleasure to give you a little taste of what I do and add to your meeting today. And it's, if you would like to actually, if I may make a little plug here, Jeff.
Go ahead.
you want to see the full show of what I do, actually tomorrow night, Thursday night, New Year's Eve at 10 p.m. Central Time, I'll be performing what I call New Year's Psychic Eve. We already have close to 300 people attending it from all over, not just Chicago, but all over the country, and even from London and Hawaii. And I think there's someone from Rome, Italy, and different places who are attending. And it's the $40 a ticket, but there's just one ticket per household. So your whole household could watch for that one ticket. And half of each ticket goes to the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
Nice.
So we'll be doing a great thing for, as you know, food assistance is a big problem right now. So we'll be doing our little part to help. So if you would like to do that, and we're looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, because this year everything's closed up. There aren't many things. We'd love to have you join. And you go to newyearspsychiceve.com. That's NEWYEARS, newyearspsychiceve.com. And maybe Jeff, you can send out an email with that link.
I'd be happy to.
Great.
Before
But anyway,
I
great
let-
to join all you guys today.
Cindy, real quick before we let you go, your mom, of course, is in a senior living community in the area. If you don't mind sharing with us, because we're all in this space together, with the talk of the vaccine. As an adult child, if I may call you, what are your hopes and peace of mind? What are your expectations in regards to the vaccine? Having a loved one in a senior living community.
I just talking from my professional.
No, personally, it's your mom in the building and the vaccine coming.
Well,
What are
as,
your thoughts
as
on
everyone knows, the senior, there's so many restrictions, and over the summer they were allowing outdoor visits where you sat 6 feet apart outdoors. Of course, once the cold weather came, we couldn't really visit anymore. And she's at the Brookdale in Northbrook, and they've done a terrific job with it. But believe it or not, she got COVID. My mom actually got it and was in a very bad way with it about 2 months ago, and then completely recovered. She says she's even stronger now than before because they did all this physical therapy with her, so she's doing quite well. So, but I right now it's still a scary time, and there's this new strain of COVID that they say has now entered the United States. They found a case of it in Colorado. So let's just hope we can get that vaccine out and that enough people take it and it works and we can get through this somewhere this year. So.
Very good. Well, we wish your mom, Sydney, all the best over there. She's in a great community, and we wish her well.
Yeah.
And, thank you for joining us, Sydney.
Thank you, folks, for all that you do. You guys are terrific.
Thank you.
I got to know Barbara Rosenberg in this. Well, I've known Barbara for many years, but
nobody knows Barbara. No, we don't know.
Okay, all right.
But so, Sydney, thank you. And before we call it a day here, I just wanted to open it up a little bit to anyone have any thoughts or predictions for this world that we live in and work in every day. Any thoughts moving forward into 2021 that we're looking for that we'd like to share? Come on, somebody, let's go. What do we? Anyone like to share? Come on, we're all staring at each other in the Zoom. Who's going to talk? Somebody talk. Who am I going to pick on? All right, I'm going to pick on, I should pick on Michelle Bernstein. We haven't seen her for a while. How are you, Michelle? Open your mic, Michelle.
Hey, Jeff, I got to cut out here for my next show, so let me, I'll just say goodbye.
All right, thanks, Sid.
All right, take care. Nice to meet all of you.
Michelle, what's the buzz around your community in regards to the families talking about the vaccine? Are they nervous? Are they anxious? Are they excited? Any little insight you could share?
The residents seem to be excited. Surprisingly, we have some families that don't want the residents getting it. I think we were surprised with those calls. But the residents all seem to be anxious and excited to get it. Where
do you think the trepidation is from the families not wanting?
You'd have to ask Sherry's sister, Jennifer.
Oh, okay.
I stay out of it. I'm just trying to fill the building.
Right. Yeah, I know the feeling, Michelle. I know the feeling.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think the residents, for the most part, are all excited to get it.
Okay. Well, good. Jody, what are you hearing from your side of the building? Jody Berman?
Here I am. Well, like Michelle, I mean, I think, I'm hearing the same things Michelle is hearing. So, in terms of the vaccine, I think we're all really excited because we're hoping that this is going to help put an end to this craziness of 2020. We have to see how it unfolds. I don't know. I'm remaining hopeful.
Sure.
Our residents want to see their families. Yeah, that's the biggest concern right now. Like, when can the residents see their families? I'm sure as all of you guys hear from your residents. We're going on, what, a year? Every time a holiday comes up, I'm like, oh my God, we've been their family for every holiday now for almost a year. They haven't been with family. It's sad.
Sure. Robin Pisak joining us for the first time. Welcome, Robin.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, great to see you. I know, of course,
Nice to see everybody.
Robin, of course.
I see some old faces.
Yeah. Robin, of course, with a few years of Pathway under her belt. And tell everyone, Robin, where you're working now.
I taught Jeff everything he knows, just so in case everybody didn't know that. Just kidding. I'm at Providence Life Services. I've been here a little over a year now.
Okay.
Interesting thing about the vaccine, our skilled nursing community started it yesterday. And maybe some of the group here, your community started it too. But I tell you, it was kind of emotional to see people starting to get this vaccine in our communities. It's kind of like this dark year hopefully is coming to an end with this. And there's finally seeing our residents and some of our staff starting to get this vaccine is kind of like, it really, I think, brings home the point that hopefully there is some light at the end of this tunnel.
Robin, are you?
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, are you staggering it, or are they getting it all at once, and have they experienced symptoms afterwards?
That's a good question, Michelle. We just started it yesterday, and we have 4 skilled nursing communities, and they started it in 2 of them yesterday. And then I was on a call this morning with one of our skilled facilities. They're actually not getting it till I think the end of next week, or maybe it's the middle of next week. And some of you probably know this, so I apologize if it's sounding redundant, but what they're, Walgreens and CVS are the people that are doing our vaccines for us. So, we're just doing it so they're coming out to the community trying to do as many or everybody at one time, in one day. And then, of course, they're keeping track of it because then they have to come back exactly a certain time period later to do the second round.
Sherry, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question, Robin. How are you encouraging your staff? Because our staff here is extremely skeptical, and we don't have a date yet for the vaccine, but hopefully one soon. But the buzz around here is the staff is all worried and scared, and I have a feeling the majority won't get it, even though, with all the education we can give and the tips and the, fact sheets, and, they saw the person who passed out on the news.
Yes, of course we do. Yeah.
1 in however many have gotten it, but so how are you guys encouraging your staff to get it? Because I know it's not mandated.
Right, it's not mandatory. Luckily, I'm not on the operations side of things anymore. But we're strongly encouraged, I guess the way I would answer that, Sherry, is we're just strongly encouraging, right from our CEO sent a letter out to all the staff. There's been a lot of, honestly, I would say what we've really been doing with the staff is just a ton of education, ongoing education with the staff of why this is a good idea, how it's going to help them, how it's going to help the residents. And we're kind of making a big deal of it too. Like, everybody's getting buttons and pins and like posters and banners throughout the communities to really kind of push the positive aspect of getting the vaccine. But I mean, obviously we can't force, as you know, we can't make it mandatory for them. Right. But a lot of strong encouragement.
Peggy and Jessica, would you like to share a little bit about what the vaccine, I'll say buzz is in your communities? And to follow up on Sherry's good question there, from the staff, are they buying into the vaccine? Are they stepping aside? Can you share a little bit what you're seeing and hearing?
They're very encouraged. I would say probably the majority of the residents here are excited about finally. I mean, I'm sort of echoing what everybody else is saying, but they're very excited about finally getting a vaccine because they want to be out and about and doing. And they're, staying in the building. I mean, they're restless. They want to be out and about and getting back to their normal lives. So, yeah, we're going to get it pretty soon.
Yeah. Jess, any insight from?
I think that people are seeing it as a step towards their normal lives again. So I think there's some excitement behind it. And I think for Sherry, we've had a couple of staff members who work in other settings, so have already received the vaccine from another setting that they work in and have had positive feedback. So, in the event that you have any other, employees who work in other settings, maybe who have already had it, or they have a family member who've already had it because they work in a different setting, and have been able to share their story about, they feel fine. The only side effects have just been kind of, site pain, which is normal. We've all felt that from other vaccines or shots. So, if you have the opportunity to have any other staff members or families who have received it at other settings, they've kind of started to be advocates for people who are kind of on the fence.
That's a good idea.
Susan, Carrie, Sam, and Colleen, our home care colleagues that I could see here on the Zoom. What is the buzz, in regards to, the vaccine on the home care front? What kind of questions are you getting?
All of our workers and all of our employees are taking it. I think we're supposed to get it at the end of February.
Same thing here. Our angels are really excited to get it to protect themselves and their care recipients.
Have you had any questions from your clients, from the families, the adult children, asking you or maybe thinking that if they move into a community, they might be able to get the vaccine sooner than if they're staying at home?
We have had no conversations that I'm aware of.
We haven't had those questions, no.
Yeah.
Interesting. Carly Kincaid, who was joining us from Dallas, and for those of you that don't know Carly, she's behind all the videos that you see. A lot of the videos that we do here at Arboria are through One Day, the One Day app. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the One Day, Carly, can you share a little bit about One Day and how One Day is helping communities capture the positive outcomes that are happening in the communities?
Yes, absolutely, Jeff. So One Day is an app that you download on a mobile device that allows you to take anything that's happening at your community. So a lot of you have mentioned people haven't been able to see their family members for almost a year. So the people at the community are able to record anything that's happening with that resident, whether it's just, hey, do you want to say hi to your daughter today and tell her how you're doing? They're able to take a quick video of that resident, or maybe even show the community, show a unit or apartment for a prospect who's thinking about moving in who can't come in and visit, and sharing anything that's going on and sending it out to family members or to potential residents so that they can see what's happening at the community. A lot of people are now talking through with prospects or with family members about the vaccine and what value there is in moving in the communities at this time, because they'll be able to have access to it. So it's a way for you to be able to communicate with the outside world in a really easy way that still looks super professional. And as you've seen Jeff's videos, he is our crown jewel, superstar video taker, and does such an amazing job. But so he can probably talk to you about how easy it is to use and how he's been able to leverage it on a day-to-day basis, but that's what the program does.
Thank you, Carly, and thank you for the app. You're giving me a nice little toy that I know Sherry gets a little peeved sometimes when I'm always on my phone, right, Sherry? But that's what I'm doing. See, Carly, tell Sherry what I'm doing when I'm on my phone. Tell her.
It's for work.
Sheila, I'm going to come to you in a second. I want everyone to wait for a question I have for Sheila. So Sheila, don't go away. Julia, welcome. Nice to see you. In terms of the vaccine now coming into the communities, and you're working as a consultant on an insurance side and supporting the owners and operators. Any different procedure or protocol that they're talking about on their side of the table regarding the vaccine?
I haven't heard a lot of the protocol. Yesterday, I did have a meeting with some people from the Iowa Healthcare Association, and it seems like around here, people are really encouraged and excited to be getting the vaccination. I've got a lot of people in my family who have already received it, really excited about it. They're sharing it with everyone. And a lot of them are in professions where they need to have that vaccine. And I think by them putting it out there, I think that will help encourage people to get the vaccine. I think it's definitely, like some other people were saying here on this call, definitely a way that we can hopefully start moving forward and residents can start seeing their families because it has been way too long.
Okay. Sue Cassanda. Hello, Susan. A good friend, and everyone knows Sue. Sue, would you like to tell us, that those of us that don't know where you're hanging your hat now, would you please fill us all in on the great news?
Yes, I'm hanging my hat as the Membership Services Manager for the Lake Forest Lake Bluff Chamber of Commerce. And I'm listening to all of you talking about the vaccine because I still go out and I still talk to different businesses. A lot of the businesses, you have an attorney. You could have the tech geeks that put all the Zooms together for the high schools. So there's a whole different world out there to talk to, but we talk about the vaccines and there are so many people saying, no, they don't want to be the Petri dish for it, so they will not take it. And I keep saying, well, if you get a place in line ahead of me, please let me take your shot because I'll be there for it in a heartbeat. But it's very interesting to hear all of you say that the families don't want some of their parents to have the vaccine so that they could come in and see them. I know my daughter works for Healthbridge, and they still don't have the vaccine over there yet, which I'm shocked at because they're a rehab. And I heard that Symphony does have it. And as you were all saying too, some of your staff don't want to take it. If it came into my office tomorrow, I'd be the first one in line to take it. I was at a doctor's office this morning. I still get to call on doctor's offices. And she was saying that when it came into their building, they all had an opportunity to sign up immediately. And the first spots were immediately taken. Everybody wanted it. She's had no adverse effects and she can't wait for her second shot.
Interesting. Very interesting how folks have a different take on the vaccine. And Susan, I just want to give a quick shout out to you. I think on behalf of everyone, we all know you and respect for all the hard work and really the groundwork that you put down over at Belmont Village up the street. And I just want to let you know that it's a great compliment to you for what you did there. And I know you've always been a resource to all of us, in the network. So thank you for all you did at Belmont, and we look forward to staying in touch with you.
Oh, I hope to stay in touch with all of you. But Jeff, I want to say, you come up with the cleverest ideas.
Well,
Drive by and have your selfie with Santa, come and get some cookies. You've just come up and thought outside of the box. In fact, I brought you up at a staff meeting the other day. I said, this is what we need to do. Think outside the box.
Well,
So Jeff, kudos.
I appreciate that. And, I believe in what we offer. I believe in everything that we offer, whether it's home care, whether it's in the community, and, and it's fun. So thank you, Susan, and I appreciate that. And stay well. Wish you all the best in 2021. Okay, Sheila, I'm going to call on. For those of you that don't know, Sheila is Sherry's mom, and she also happens to be Jennifer's mother. Jennifer, of course, is the director over at, I say CJE, but it's Gitwitz. What is it, Jennifer?
Weinberg.
Weinberg. Thank you, Michelle. So Sheila, I have a question for you. What's it like? And seriously, you're the mom, and your two daughters are leading the way in two communities, and with COVID going on, are there ever days and nights that you, and I mean this sincerely, what are your thoughts as a mom of two daughters managing senior living buildings?
Well, for one thing, I don't sleep well. And I always tell people that 2 of my 3 girls are working in war zones because that's how I think about it. Plus, I have a sister who is at Belmont Village in Buffalo Grove,
right,
who I just Zoomed this morning with our other sister. And I must say, if you can't go see a resident, the Zooming where you could actually see them and talk to them at the moment, it has really helped us a lot. And yes,
are you yourself confident and enthusiastic about getting the vaccine?
I will be happy to get it as soon as it's available to me. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
All right,
So
good. Well,
some of my life can change a little more and go back to not normal. I don't know what normal is anyway, but to a better life where I can be closer to people and get my hugs from my family.
okay, well, good. Well, thanks for joining us and sharing a little insight on being a mom and to two daughters in the senior living space that are running 2 buildings. So that's great. And wishing you a happy, healthy 2021, Sheila.
Kudos to everybody who is in your positions at different places, because I think it takes a lot of courage and a lot of empathy for the people you do work for, and you are heroes as well.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, nice to see you, Sheila. Thanks for joining the Zoom. I see Lori just jumped on. Lori is a native of the area from Highland Park, and she's now out on the East Coast, right, Lori? Turn your mic on real quick, Laura.
Sorry about that. Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. And, Lori and Susan Heyman worked together. There was a nice article written about them, kind of how they're 2 local kids that have kind of returned home. Although, Lori, you really haven't returned home.
I'm working my way there.
Yeah.
Working on it.
But it's great to have you on board and checking in from Philadelphia. Anything that you can relate from the East Coast and how anything interesting that you're seeing out there?
Well, I have to say things are tough here. We had a second uptick. I think similar to yours. Ours seemed to be a little bit later than Chicago, but we're having it now. So we have some really sad stories here in the hospitals and in the in the senior living communities. Hoping that we haven't got, the vaccine hasn't come that fast. I've heard of a couple communities that have started to get vaccinated, but not very many at all. So we're just waiting, and I'm waiting for that 2 days from now when it'll be January 1st, and hopeful that 2021 will bring a lot more hope for everybody and good health.
Yeah, amen to that. Absolutely. Well, good to see you, Lori. Don, is Don frozen in time there? I can't tell. Is he there? I wanted to introduce Don. He's new to the network here. Don, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Don,
I'm here.
Some of you, I think, have met Don, but many have not. Don, can you give your 11-second elevator pitch, please? You only have 3 seconds left now. Come on.
Okay, starting 11 and counting down. My name is Don Hall. I bought the franchise.
Don, we need to upgrade you before we could grant you Zoom access again.
In August, and I met some of you. I recognize many of the names. With respect to the vaccine, I've just been listening to all of our communities and then passing information out.
Okay. Don, I think we have some technical difficulties.
What's happening?
I know the audio isn't clear. The satellite signal here is, maybe all that snow last night affected the.
What's happening?
We can't hear you. But we're all getting a good laugh.
No
We're all
sound?
smiling, Don. All right, well, listen, I know it's, what time is it? It's 12:47. I just, again, want to, we'll wrap up saying that, yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy year. When the year started, I know we didn't think we'd be staying connected on Zoom, but I'm glad we have stayed connected on Zoom.
All the way between Mundelein and Long Grove.
What's that? Wait a minute, I gotta do something here. Don't tell. Don't tell. Okay. Sherry knows what I just did. But no, seriously, on behalf of Sherry and the entire leadership team here at Arboria, it's been great hosting this past, I don't know, 9-10 months. And hopefully, as you can tell, it's not about Arboria. It's about keeping everybody together. We just happen to be hosting it from here. And we really appreciate the relationships, the partnerships, the camaraderie that, the Zoom at Noon has created. So, we will continue with this going into 2021, and your participation and insight is greatly appreciated. And just, from all of us here at Arboria, and wishing everyone a healthy 2021 in both your communities and both at home and your personal life. We can do this. Let's just stay positive and let's not get political with anything. If we feel good about the vaccine, let's do it. If we don't, then we'll have to, find out another way. But have a wonderful, happy 2021, and look forward to being in touch soon in the new year. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, Happy New Year.
You too.
Hello there.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Stay
Happy
safe.
New Year. Sheila, good job. Jody, good to see you.